Allison, and this video is going to answer the top 3 questions that I get about money, and in particular, how to pay down debt when you're trying to build a business. I'm going to give you 5 of my top strategies so that you can manage your money better, enjoy your life more, and have a successful business. Okay, so the top 3 questions that I get are: number 1, how should I be keeping track of my money? What do I need to be doing? What does that entail? Number 2, when I make money, what should I do? How much should I keep for myself? How much do I need to be setting aside? How much do I need to be reinvesting back into my business? And then number 3 is, how do I stop the bleeding? How do I not make the most common mistakes that maybe I'm not even aware of in my business? All right, so let's get into it. The first thing is you have to do your books. When I mean doing your books, that means you need to keep track of your income and you need to keep track of your expenses so that any given time you can know if you're making more than you're spending. And chances are, if you're in debt, you're spending way more than what you're bringing in. And the best way to create awareness for it is not procrastinating on these things, not outsourcing and having someone else do your books for you. It's you doing your books for yourself so that you can have an eye-opening experience. And then once you're crystal clear about where your money's coming in and how it's going out, then yeah, you don't want to be the accountant in your business and be doing every single thing. You can outsource it. So what I mean is, every time you get a client, every time you sell a product, every time you sell a service or a program, that needs to be tracked and written down. Everything that you spend your money on, your monthly expenses that you know are a given, like your website and your conference call number, for example, all of those things need to be tracked in some sort of system. It's not good enough to just open your bank statement and your credit card statement and look over them and make sure everything seems okay. So the 2 softwares that I recommend, especially if you like computer software and you're okay working on the computer and you're okay learning online tutorials and things like that, would be Account Edge for Mac and QuickBooks, and that can go with Mac and PC as well. Those are excellent, robust systems that will, at any click, once you do your entries, you can get your profit and loss statement, you can get your balance sheets, and basically what all that means is you can see where your money is going and how you're bringing it in. Very, very, very important. Okay, the second thing is you have to stop the bleeding with your expenses. What I mean by that is there are some things that we absolutely have to spend our money on, like food, and there are some things that are considered luxury items. All right, so what I recommend is, especially if you're an online entrepreneur, you need a contact management system. In fact, every business needs some sort of contact management system. And nowadays, systems like ActiveCampaign or MailChimp or MadMimi, they are like online Rolodexes, and they keep your contacts and your potential clients and your team members, all of their information, website, even special notes about them, stored in one place so that they're at your fingertips. The heart and soul of your business is your relationships, is the people in your business, and you have to have a way to be in touch with them at your fingertips. So even if your business is not positioned properly yet, and you're still trying to figure out your programs, your products, services, and your message and the urgent problems you solve and the profile of your ideal client, even if you're not all there yet, having a contact management system to store who you talk with so that you can keep in touch with them is so important. Don't make the mistake that I did though. My very first year in my online business, I put the cart before the horse. Someone told me that I needed a robust contact management system. So I spent $1,200 investing in the setup for one, and then I spent $300 a month for years. And this was before I even had my business positioned properly. I didn't know what I was doing. I was just told that I needed that kind of system. And so I paid way overpriced for it when I could have just been gathering information and keeping in touch with my potential clients and my current clients through a free service or a really small 10, 12, or 10, 20, $30 a month type of service, okay? So that's that. The second thing about luxury spending versus need spending is you do need to have a website. You need to buy your URL, which is www.yourname or yourbusinessname.com, and then you need to pay for hosting. So that's like $6 to $12 a month. And basically that is your real estate on the internet. And you need to have some sort of presence so that people can show up to your website and find out when you're in business and what you do for your business and somehow be involved with you. What you don't need to pay for is thousands and thousands of dollars on designers if you are starting out and if your business is still not positioned properly. What I mean by that is if you're still trying to figure out some of the basic things, how to speak your message, who you're working with, you're developing your products, you're developing your programs, don't spend thousands of dollars on a designer yet, because you're just going to have to redo your website when you figure out the heart and soul and the message of your business and when it's actually positioned properly. All right. The third thing is to separate your money. Personal money here, business money over here. You need to have a personal bank account and a business bank account. You need your personal credit and debit cards and your business credit and debit cards. Go to Google. You can find out exactly how to get a business credit card in 2 clicks. But it is such a hassle and it is so time consuming and frankly quite annoying when at the end of the year trying to figure out your numbers to get your taxes and all that stuff together, and you're sifting through these statements and everything is all jumbled up together. So even if you're having to make transfers from your personal to your business to pay for expenses, do it, because you want to keep all of that stuff separate. All right, the fourth tip is you've got to get your priorities in order. Right now, you could be one of those people that gets a client and then you pocket the money, you go to Vegas. But you have to have a plan and you have to have a strategy for what you're going to do with your money when you're making it. Because it's important that you don't run yourself down to the ground, and it's important that you get yourself out of debt. Okay, so the very first thing above all that you need to do when you get a client, when you make money, is set some aside to start paying off that debt. And also set some aside so that you can have retirement and you can have funds for a rainy day. If you don't happen to have a good business month or 2 or 3, you can still have some funds to keep yourself afloat for when you might have those hard times. I recommend about 50% to set aside off the top. The other 50% is up to you and how you're going to do your budget. Of course, you need to pay for your fixed expenses and things that you know you have to pay for your team members, employees, and your contact management system and website and all that. And then it also is really, really, really important that you pocket some of that money and you celebrate, because when you are really focusing on paying down your debt, you want to pay yourself and celebrate those moments so that those steps that can be kind of hard and time consuming to do, that they're easier for you because you know you're taking care of and you're treating yourself as well. Okay, and the very last recommendation here is to get real with your expenses. And what I mean by that is there are other must-pay expenses that you have in your business. But like I mentioned earlier, if you do not have a properly positioned business, then you're just going to waste your money. You're going to waste your money on Facebook ads. You're going to waste your money on freebie opt-ins. You're going to waste your money on courses, royalty-free imaging. I mean, just on and on and on and on and on. So it's so important to have a properly positioned business. Also, how much time have you wasted and you get crickets on the things that you produce? Maybe it's because you still need to go back and do these basic necessities in your business. Time is money, and that also increases your debt as well. So if you're spending your money and you're not getting paid back for it and some returns, some suggestions that I might have for you to ask yourself certain questions. Okay, so let's stop for a minute and I want you to ask yourself, when you're going to go pay for something, when you're going to go invest in something in your business, ask yourself, why do you need it? Why do you need it, and how is it contributing to your business? Do you actually need to be doing this thing, and why? Is this a good move for you, or does it just sound like a good idea? Is it just a sexy idea to sign up for this program about branding when you don't even know who you want to work with? All right? If not, What is the value? What is the value of purchasing this? And is your time worth it when you purchase this? Okay, know how much you want to earn, and let's reverse engineer this backwards. Okay, so those are my 5 tips to answer those 3 questions, and I hope that it really helps you have a eye-opening experience, create awareness, responsibility, and fun around your finance in your business. Again, I'm Angela Anderson, CEO and co-founder here at Total Genius, where we biohack success for entrepreneurs. When you can use your genius to enrich in the lives of others and make money, that is Total Genius.